Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on the Bitcoin market as usual. We do on Monday. So right in the beginning of the research, I'm happy to announce that we have prepared the new fundamental analysis on the Bitcoin market. It contains a few interesting things. So in general, we're trying to answer the question what to expect in the different time periods, time horizons. So in the short term and the longer term. So in two words speaking, in the longer term perspective, everything looks good because we see the stable demand for the Bitcoin market. The hedge fund Bitcoin markets, Bitcoin hedge funds are growing in amount. So for instance, Grayscale has reached 40 billions assets and actually doubled just in January. Institutional investors keep buying the Bitcoin market, but at the same time, there are some shifts stand in the market that makes short-term perspective is not as positive as the long-term, just because the recent profit booking that we saw a couple of weeks before led to transfer of significant amount of the coins in the hands of private investors. That makes it sensitive to the short-term achievements on the price, and it suggests increasing of the volatility. In the general, comparing this rally with the previous rally that stand in 2017, it tells us by the overall position value and keeping the position on the exchanges makes us think that currently Bitcoin stands somewhere in the half of the potential rally that it could reach. I mean, in the potential targets. So here we have approximately the halfway, but there is no strict relation between the share of this rally. I mean, in a part of the rally, what is the 50%, the 30%, and amount in terms of the price change. So there is not a strict relation. So market could go 3-4 times, for example, higher, and this will be just the second part of the upward tendency. So it's a bit different relation. That's what we have in the longer term. But there are also a lot of different important details, important information, so you could take a look and read if you're interested with that. So speaking on the current situation on Bitcoin technically, on the monthly chart, you could see that in the recent 2 months market has shown significant pullbacks, as in the January, as on the February. So almost 50% of the recent rally has been erased with this drop. So currently, the background that we have on the lower time frames also suggests that we could get deeper retracement in the nearest time. At least we need to keep an eye on it. And currently, if you're searching chance to go with an investment position on the Bitcoin, it would be better to wait for a bit lower standing levels. So it's very probable that we could get a chance to buy coins somewhere around 30,000. It will not be at the end of the upward tendency, it will be just a normal retracement. So, because even by the Jordan Apple approach, if you remember, we discussed that it should be some kind of the A, B, C, deep retracement, and D type of action, which corresponds with the fundamental view. So the problem, not the problem, but actually the question stands where we will get this C point and what the shape of the pullback will be. Maybe it already has started, as we thought in the general that maybe that is becoming of the retracement that we're waiting for. It was not. Here again the question, whether this will be the beginning of something greater. On the weekly chart, it seems that it could be, because take a look. Here we have bearish reversal action on the weekly chart, because market shows the week with the lows greater or lower, better to say, than the previous week. And I would say that's almost the reversal candle. And one thing that we missed here is just the new top and then close below the lows. We have the close below the lows of the previous week, but we do not have any new top. That's why I haven't marked it as a reversal. But by its feature, nature how market behaves, it could be treated as some kind of the reversal. What does it mean? It means that reversal, and with the type of the bearish engulfing that we have, usually suggests at least the two-leg downside action. After the minor pullback here, it should be continuation. And from that standpoint of view, we could keep an eye on the 37,000-40,000 area, because this is a weekly oversold. That is accompanied with the major 30% support. That could become the brand bottom on the weekly chart that we discussed previously. So we said that when we will finish all trades on the daily, we turn to the weekly. And here we already have bearish engulfing first, and potential brand bottom by second that could fall within the few weeks if market will reach this level. Because currently, if you will take a look on the moving average, you can see that no close below the 3x3 moving average has happened. So we need at least 1-2 weeks more to get this close below this line. But currently, you can see that in general the background stands in place, and it's really could happen. Usually, with the engulfing pattern, we have a couple of trades. First, the traders who trade on intraday charts could consider taking the long position with the pullback, because very often, before the second downside leg starts to form, market shows minor pullback back in the body of the engulfing pattern. So not always, but this happens as a rule. So almost always this happens. So it means that on intraday charts you could consider some bullish context, bullish patterns that could put the background for a possible retracement. For the majority of the traders here, if you want to trade this engulfing, you just need to wait when this pullback will happen, and then search for resistance areas where you could consider taking the short position with downward continuation. And then it will be moment for traders who are searching chance to increase the part of the Bitcoin in their long-term portfolios. In this case, 40,000 and 3750. This support area is also previous top, as you can see. Seems interesting for some part of the investing in Bitcoin, because I do not know what will happen. Maybe there will be greater pattern to be formed with a lower downside retracement. But at this point, it will be at least the level where you could consider adding some part of the coins in your portfolio, because this is significant support, and definitely some reaction here to the upside should happen, especially when this market has so strong upward momentum. On the daily chart, guys, I did not see something really interesting. You can see lots of volatility. Market is creeping low with the oversold level. Our brand body trade has not happened. Actually, it's not started, because actually, guys, this was a kind of the brand body trade that's not typical for the Dynapol. You can't put it under rules of the Dynapol, because this action was prior any close below the 3x3 moving average. But if you'll take a look at the fall time frame chart, you could see what has happened. Market hits 30% level and then shows 618 pullback. And that actually, by its nature, it already was the head and shoulders. The brand bottom. That's why here, the type of action that we have here, we can't call it as a brand bottom. But since we have the engulfing on the weekly, the pullbacks still here is possible to happen, because take a look, we have the wedge type of action that is accompanied with divergence. So if you would like to take the position scalp long position here, the one thing that you could keep an eye on is possibly, I don't know, maybe trying to position yourself either with the wedge itself, but it would be better to wait when the market will show some upward action. Maybe it will be bullish, reversal swing will be formed if market will jump above this area, and then try and take position in some pullback with the stops below the lows. That will be more reasonable approach, where you could get maybe some kind of the A, B, C, D upward retracement back to the 51, 52 area before second swing down will start. But that is only for those who trade on intraday chart. It's very short-term perspective. For others, if you would like to take short and in general it's acceptable to you, you could consider reaching of some resistance levels on the way up, where market could start downside action. But we will cover this in our next updates. As soon as market will create this background, we definitely will tell about it. And for long-term traders, you ignore anything. just waiting when the market drop back to the 40,000 and then consider taking the long position. That's in general what we have on the Bitcoin market right now.